Hello everybody and welcome back to the Arcade Farm. So I've just took the Unimog to the store to get some more baling net so we can get this field finished with all the bales. Then we'll get the auto stacker, we'll come and get these all collected, and then I think we've got to ride the horses. Can't remember if we've got to feed the cows, I must check on that. So the sheep, with in the middle, I've got to do the rowing for that as well in the field where the goats are, sorry. And then we can get that baled up. No, we'll pick it up. No, we've got to bale it, haven't we? Because it didn't work the other way. Got to remember. So yeah, we've got to bale those fields as well. Yeah, so the cows are alright at the moment. Horses need their daily riding. And we will chuck a couple of hay bales in there to top them up as well. But yeah, so we're going to get cracked on with a bit of baling. So we're going to get this field finished. I don't think there's much in here. Oh, he says that as he just drives off. But yeah, we'll get this finished. We'll get these all stacked away. And then we will head over and start doing the grass baling. Then we'll move on into August. And I would imagine we've got plenty to do, like potatoes and... I think there's something else might be ready. Can't remember, but we'll find out. We'll keep an eye on all our fields. We'll make sure nothing grows without us knowing. But yeah, let's get the last bit of straw in, and then we'll head over and we'll get the hay started. Bought plenty of baler twine anyway. It's on the back of the Unimog, so if we run out again, at least we can top her up. So yeah, not much left now. Get this sorted and then we'll head over to the grass fields. So we've got the straw all baled up. I baled our new field, what we ploughed in. I've just gone into the one where the horses are, but I realised I haven't windrowed that one yet. Or it might be windrowed, but I thought we'd just get this one done, and then at least it's another job out of the way with. And then we can quickly run around, get everything baled up. Or we might only do a certain amount of bales for... To be fair, we might only do a few more bales, do the little field, and then I might just pick this one up with the forage wagon because it's easier with total mixed rations, just dump it in the trailer as and when we need it, sort of thing. So yeah, we'll probably bale that other field, then we'll get the forage wagon and we'll pick the rest of it up that way and get it into storage. But yeah, let me get this all windrowed and then we will carry on collecting all of our hay. We'll get the goats fed because it does look like they are desperate need of getting some food, and then we'll get the horses riding done for the day. Oh, that's a tight line that is down the side of the enclosure. Yeah, I couldn't put it on a worker because he tries to go in the goat pen, which is a bit annoying, so it's just easy to crack on and get it done myself. So yeah, leave it with me and I'll get it done. So just sat there thinking, we've got all that money in the bank and we're using an 8-metre windrower. Why don't we go and buy a big one? So that's what I've done. I've bought a big windrower. I bought a 14-metre one. So it's, I think it's the biggest one you can get, but it means we're going to have smaller swaths and it should be easier to pick up. So I just got to run to the store. I might take the Unimog actually and just leave this here ready to collect it off the Unimog. Yeah, it's got that field to do as well, as you can see. It's only just been cut, so we'll get that windrowed up as well. But yeah, thought we might as well. Why use a little one when we can get a real big one? So we'll run the Unimog down to the store, get it collected, get it all windrowed, and then we've got lots of bales to collect. Right, that's those two littler fields baled now, so we've just got to collect the hay out of the other one and dump it into the hay loft, and then we should be there ready to go and collect all of the bales. So we'll tip some into the horse and we'll take a load of bales over to the goat, but the rest of it will be going into storage, ready to carry on making total mixed rations for the cows. So let's get this back down here and then we can crack on with getting them collected. Right, so we've moved on into August. We've got all of the grass work done. Goats are all fed. So I think the cows are all fed. We need to check on them, really. Let's just have a look. Chickens need some food, but we're about to do sorghum. The Highlands are good, and they need topping up at some point today. Horses doing well, need their daily running because we've moved month. But yeah, otherwise we're looking good. So we've got the sorghum ready. So we will be bringing the combine over here and getting that sorted. But also, the potatoes are ready. So we've got 2 massive fields of potatoes to harvest as well this month, as you can see. So we might run, I don't know if we'll run 2 harvesters or 1, but we're definitely going to be on top of these and getting these sorted. So we do need to rent a potato harvester again. So let's have a look. I think we've been hiring this one. Not a bad machine, big old bus. We've got this one we could use, so actually I think it's this one we've been using. That one only holds 9,000 litres, it'd be forever empty. So yeah, it's this one we've been hiring. And I think what we'll do is we'll get 2 hired. So we're going to lease 2. It's 30 grand. Oof. Another 30 grand. But we're going to get 2 set up, 1 in each field. We'll get carting between the 2 and we'll be running them over to the crisp factory. So let's go jump into them. As you can see, 2 beautiful new harvesters. And we're going to run these down to the field. Then we'll get them set up, going. We'll get the... I don't know if we'll use the Unimog or the Class, but the Unimog probably be better because we're going to be doing a lot of trips back and forth to the yard. And then we can start the potato harvest. I'm not worried about the sorghum per se straight away because we can... The combine won't take many minutes in there. They're only small fields. So it's probably better to get on with our potatoes. It's going to take all of the time. We'll start doing the potatoes. I mean, if they don't fill up quick enough and we're struggling for things to do, we will jump into the combine and we'll start doing the sorghum. But I reckon between 2 of them, time I get the other one over there, this one will be full, and then we'll be swapping between the 2, emptying 22,000 litres each. So pretty much one empty is going to fill our trailer up. Now, I haven't actually checked the sale, because if a lorry comes into sale, I was wondering if it might be worth getting one. So something like, it's not very, oh, this is the off-road agricultural one. But no, I was thinking something like the Mercedes, or there's the, I think the Mandu one as well, MAN even, or however you want to say it. So let's have a look. Yes, they do one as well, so it's 140,000. It's an off-road one. I don't know if the off-road trailer fits it. It possibly does. Let's have a look. Yeah, it does. So 95,000. So we could actually get that. 55. Oh, I never knew that. If you put a cover on it, it's actually less literage. But yeah, I think we're going to do that as well, because we're going to be running a lot of carting back and forth, and you can never have too many vehicles on the farm. We want, so it's 205. Oof. Probably going to have to sell some materials before we buy this, because I want to max out the power of it. Yeah, definitely want to max the power out of it, and then we want to put a few bits and bobs. So, going to be looking at over 200. So, it's not the end of the world. We will get... We've got the trailer bought now. So, we'll get this down to the field, get this set off, get the other one set off, and then we can take the low loader, get the glasshouse produce taken to the store, get that sold, and then if we're still a bit shy, we will get the cider sold. So let me run both of these to the field, we'll get them both set up, and then we'll come back and try and make enough money to get a lorry to make offloading very quick. Right, so we've got 13,000 litres of lettuce, 25,000 litres of tomatoes, and 14,000 litres of chilies on board. So let's find out if we can afford our lorry. So 113 plus another 14. So yes, we can afford a lorry, which is good because I would imagine that they'll soon need emptying. So it did take a few minutes to get loaded up. So if we do need any more money, we can go sell some cider and some jam. But for now, I think we'll concentrate on our harvest. So we'll probably get the Bailey's trailer on the back of this, so that if we are needed down at the potatoes, we can quickly run over there. And if not, we'll start doing some combining if they're going to fill up slowly, and then we'll flick between the two, carting and combining. So we'll get this back to the yard, chuck the Baileys on it, order ourselves a new lorry, and then get over to potatoes and we'll see how they're doing. Right, it's time to order ourselves a new lorry. So we can't quite afford the Mercedes, which is only 530 horsepower, but we've used that before. So let's get a MAN off-road one. I think it's the best bet for us. So we're going to put the 80k box in it, 540 brake horsepower. Put the wide tyres on. We want LED kit on it. Oh yeah, we've got to have LEDs. So we've got to have all the flashes on as well. So it's going to be an expensive lorry, but it'll be nice. I'll have that lit up. I don't like the light protection. Do we... That looks alright, to be fair, yeah, let's have some of that. Don't need the wheel reflectors. Do we like the bull bar? Black with lights. Yeah, let's have some of that on there. So we're still under what we can afford. We'll get the height lifted right up. Air horns on there, of course. Front attacher. Do we need... I don't think we need front hydraulics on it. We might leave that on there because that looks pretty good. Camera system. Yeah, why not? Why not? RTK is a clear... So we can use this in the field, to be fair. It's a good all-around vehicle. And it's going to make moving the potatoes so much faster. So, yeah, let's do a bit of orange on this one, I think. Let's get some orange in there. Grills orange. See if we can... Ooh, no. Details. What should we do then? Black, that's it. So top bar colour. Yeah, I actually think that looks quite good in orange. It's looking good. So fuel tank, DPF, rim colour, moody black. Yeah, that's good. I quite like the setup we've got there. Bit of orange, black fuel tank. Yeah, it's black fuel tank out. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's get that order. So £228,000. Ooh, she's not cheap, but we have got the money. So let's go find out. Oh, let's first set the worker so he's not wasting time. I bet the other workers... Yeah. I was going to say, I thought it was strange that none of them had said they were full. Surprising, because I've put them in the biggest fields possible. Worst comes worst, I'll have to do the headland, but... You never know with these workers. But here we go. So here's our new orange MAN lorry. Ready to pull our new trailer. So she's looking good. What's the interior like on this girl? Very nice interior, so let's get struck up. Oh, we've got a backup camera. How nice is that? Let's see if we can hook the trailer on with our reversing camera. Ah, look at that. Perfect. Right, I'm going to run this to the field now. Then we'll get these two offloaded. And if they're going to be quite slow, we will move on and move the combine into the sorghum fields. We'll start offloading the sorghum. Well, we'll start harvesting the sorghum with the Unimog, and we'll leave this down for the potatoes, and we'll keep offloading them. So we should get 2 full loads in this easily, and then we can run them back and forth to the chipping plant. The crisp plant, and we'll have some speed because this will do 55 miles an hour. It's a shame you can't customise the trailer colour really, but it's not the end of the world. So I'm hoping he's not stuck again. So one's got an 80% full tank. I would imagine the other one's not far behind. Ooh. Is he stuck again? Just give him a bit of a love tap. There we go. Help him out on his way so we don't get stuck. So they always struggle with the headland. I probably should have set them to start with just doing ups and downs, and then we could have finished the headlands off ourselves afterwards. So let's get the first load of potatoes into the trailer. So I don't know, it doesn't look like this one's actually got 2 full of a tank. So yeah, I don't think he's done very much at all. So we'll go run over to the other worker just there. We'll get him offloaded, and then we'll start moving the combine down to the sorghum fields. We've got 2 of them to do at the back of the farm. So we'll use some of it for chicken food. The rest of it I'm going to put into the mill to make some flour, and then we'll turn that into bread again, because that seemed to be very nice profit in December. So yeah, this tank looks a lot fuller. So let's just see if we can empty. Oh, he's crashed into us. Crash into the fence, can't get off the fence, but will crash into us and then carry on driving across the field. Yeah, sometimes these workers don't make a lot of sense. But yeah, let's get him offloaded fully, set him on his way, and then we'll just wait for the notifications to say he's 80%, and then we can run up and keep emptying them both. There we are, trailer's 51% full. We should get the next full load in here, and then we'll have to do our first tip after that, and then we will empty the other one. But let's move the combine down into the bottom end of the farm and start doing some combining. Right, so we've got our first load of potatoes out of the 2 harvesters. So we've fully emptied the one in that field, but I think we've only partially emptied this one. So got 55,000 litres on. And like I said, I didn't know if you put a cover on the trailer, it lowers your capacity quite significantly. Well, say significantly, 3,000 litres, which is quite a bit when you're trying to get that last few thousand litres in the trailer. So we're going to run this over to the yard now, get it in the potato plant, and then we should be able to set it off and get it going. And then we should have some nice crisps to sell. So when we hit the fees for using the machinery, the 2 harvesters, we are, I think, going to go into minus, and then it'll stop the workers. So we would probably have to sell some more stuff, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. But hopefully with 2, we shouldn't get too many hours on each one. We've paid for the initial £30,000, you know, to get them going. So we'll find out anyway. We're going to get the potatoes dumped in here. The first 55,000 litres. I'm hoping to get it quite full this time. I've always done 2 little potatoes, and it does make a significant amount of money. So it'll be nice to get it fully brimmed. Hopefully we've got enough oil, but we have got the sunflowers to come across as well. So if we run out of canola oil, we will put the sunflowers in there when they're ready to harvest, and we'll get them turned into oil and get it there as well. So we should be a-okay on oil. But for now, we'll get this run back to the field. We'll carry on doing the sorghum. We've already unloaded the first load out of the combine, and we're not a million miles away from the second load. We're about over halfway through that field we're doing now, so that shouldn't take too much longer, and then we can get into the last field of sorghum, and then all of our concentration will be down here on the potatoes. So one of them is already at 80%. I presume it's this one, because we didn't get a full empty on him. Yeah, he's got his beacons on. Going across the ploughing in the lorry is very, well, the ridges is very, very slow for the lorry. Yeah, let's get him emptied. Oh, let's not crash into his pipe. Let's get him emptied. And then we can move back on to getting our sorghum in, and then we'll keep tabbing back and make sure these are emptied as frequently as we can, so we're not wasting hours like we wasted that first 0.3 hour while they were crashing into fences. There we go, he's offloaded. He's going hard right straight into me, so I might just go empty the pipe out of this other one just so that we can crack on with the sorghum without worry. So I'll see you back over in the combine shortly. So we're getting on quite well. The potato harvesters have both now ticked over their first hour, hint why the bank's down to 15,000. We are getting through the sorghum harvest. I have just tipped the first load now into the mill so we can get that going onto flour. And we need to turn the crisp plant on as well, so plenty of productions to get going. So we're going to run the Unimog back to the field, get the next load, and then we'll carry on with that sorghum field. I think we might just get it all in this trailer, or we may need another top up. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. It's yielding all right. It's not the best, but you can't knock it. It's still yielding fairly well. So we'll get over there. We'll get that last bit done in that field. Hopefully all in one load now without coming back. And we'll carry on emptying the potatoes as and when they're needed. I think that's the third load we've had now. So should be about 165,000 litres in the potato plant already. So pretty much better than we've already had. And they're still on the headland. So I'm expecting quite a big potato harvest off them this year. So we're going to make lots of crisps, which should make us lots of money. So I'll run down here and then drop trailer off, and apparently I've got to go empty the potatoes again because they are full already. We'll run down here, I'll get this dropped off, unloading, and then we'll go empty the next potato wagon, and then we can carry on with the sorghum. So as you can see, we're already quite a way through this field. That big John Deere header makes a massive difference. You won't want to be doing this with a New Holland still, because that thing was painful. So it is the one in the top field where the lorry is, so that's not too bad. I'm just going to quickly tap to this. Why is that not unloading? Yeah, there we go. It is now unloaded. We'll go get this unloaded and then we can carry on with our sorghum. That is the sorghum all harvested. We'll get it into the Unimog. We'll go put the header back on the trailer and then we'll get that over to the mill. But I think our potato wagons are ready to be emptied again, so we'll have to nip over there in a minute, get them emptied. Then we'll have to tip that load because there's not much room left in the trailer. So I'm quite glad we got the lorry before we started the potatoes, because otherwise it's going to be a lot of trips back and forth with our 30,000 litre trailer. A lot easier with the 50,000 litre trailer to be coming back and forth with. So let's get that header chucked on that trailer. Get this ready to go back to the farmyard. It does need diesel and it does need repairing, because she's had some work before we do the soybeans, because we don't want to lose any yield on soybeans. To be fair, I probably lost a bit out the back end on this, so we should have probably done it first, but never mind. Right, so we've got to head now and empty. So that one's at 70%, which is the one in the opposite field to where the lorry is. So we'll head back with the lorry and we'll go get that one filled up. Well, emptied, shall I say. And then we'll take this to the yard and then we'll come back and empty the other one. So here we go, the last bit of sorghum into the mill. So yeah, the trigger point is a bit temperamental. You've got to get it quite square on, otherwise it doesn't tip. Let's just find the trigger point again. Just because the ground's so unlevel on this map, you've got to sort of, and as the trailer pushes forward, it disappears. But never mind. So yeah, we've got that now. All sorted. The sorghum is harvested, so we are on with the potato harvesting, but I think we're going to leave it there today, guys. We've done no end in this episode. Got the grass done, we've walked the horses, we've fed the goats, we've done the sorghum, we started the big potato harvest, and we've bought a lorry and trailer. So it's been an absolutely busy one. So, thank you for watching, guys. If you've liked today's episode, please give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions, please leave them below. And if you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, you'll get a notification of that next video and when we finish both of those potato fields. And maybe even start one of the other crops. I'll see you there.